Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Hi guys, Sue here at 1A Auto, and today we're going to be removing and cleaning the throttle body on our 07 Mazda 6 sedan 2.3 liter. We'll show you how to remove it, clean it up from the carbon, and reinstall it with a new gasket. So if you need any parts for your car, click on the link below and come on over to 1aauto.com. I'm going to pinch down on the mass airflow sensor connector and release it from the mass airflow sensor. It just pushes in here on this airbox cover, just guide the harness out. We need to disconnect the air injection hose. So these two blue tabs, they have ears on them, so you squeeze them together and twist the hose off. I'm going to disconnect the clamp on the throttle body to the airbox. That air tube is connected to the air filter housing, and that is a 10mm socket I'm using. Just need to loosen it up enough so that we can wiggle that hose off. Once the air hose is disconnected from the throttle body, this whole air box is mounted on rubber bushings down below. Just grab it firmly and lift up. I'm going to remove the throttle body off the intake first. So I'm going to disconnect this coolant hose right back here. I'm going to use a pair of pliers, get the clamp off. Whichever is easier for you, whether it's the clamp on the throttle body side or the clamp on the tube side to the... I just feel like this one's going to be a lot easier to get to. Now with the clamp off, I'm going to disconnect the hose from the tube. Make sure you have a catch pan underneath, because coolant will come out. See, it's starting to come out. Now we're going to dismount the throttle connector, this other hose up here. Then we have 4 mounting bolts. I'm going to just take this clip off the stud that slides over. Now I can remove this connector on the throttle, electronic throttle. This red clip is a safety snap, so we got to pull that up. And then I can use my fingers to push down on the clip. Hopefully if I can get in there and release. Set that up. I'm going to disconnect this clamp. Twist the hose off. Now I can undo the 4 mounting bolts. The 4 mounting bolts are 8mm socket. Break them free. Okay. Once you get all 4 out, Just get a quick pull. There's your throttle body. You can set that aside with the bolts. Here we have our throttle body, and it's an electronic throttle body. So in here is an actuator motor. You do not want to push on the butterfly, ever. You don't want to. You'll basically take the timing. This is timed with the pedal inside, so you cannot force this open. The gears can get messed up. So I'm going to make sure I tip it and leave the electronic part on the top. I don't want any throttle cleaner getting into that. I just want to clean the seat and where the butterfly sits and rides on the throttle body. I have a neoprene brush, and I can get some of the fluid in there, really get that scrubbed. Like I said, as much as you want to force this butterfly open, you cannot do that. Strongly do not recommend it. Let's turn it around, see if I can get it from the front. Looks like chocolate. Clean this side one last time. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. Probably take a nice clean towel to it. I'm gonna put the gasket on, the throttle body. I'm gonna line up the plastic guided little tabs I have here. Hopefully yours doesn't fight you like this one. It's fighting me. Go. Okay, let's make sure we get everything that we need out of the way. And we do. So that's going to go down on there like that. 4 mounting bolts. The torque on this is 101 inch-pounds, not foot, inch-pounds. The difference between braking and tightening. So it's 101 inch-pounds. I have my torque wrench all ready to go. 8mm socket. And I'm just going to go diagonally across, let it bottom out. Both are bottomed. And I'm going to go back this way. Then I'm going to torque it to the 101 inch-pounds. Now I'm going to connect my coolant hose on the front part where the radiator is, and then there's one in the back which is a loop style. It's like a U. Get the hoses all the way on, and then I'll get my pliers and I'll squeeze the clamps on. That one's way down in there, huh? Sometimes you have to guide it up with your finger. There we go. Okay, connect the emission tube to the intake. Just push that down. It's like finger hold. So you can see the 3 ears that push into the rubber bushings, and that's just gonna pop right in. If you have any lubricating spray, like a penetrating spray or anything, just give it a shot to the rubber bushings. It'll help the plastic just get snapped down a lot easier. Now I have the air intake hose to the throttle body. I'm going to slide that on, and now I know that these are all lined up. I'm going to just snap it down. And that's how easy it was, because I pre-sprayed the rubber. Here is the emission tube from the valve cover. Line up the blue box, just snap it on. And then we're going to just tighten the clamp on the throttle body and then plug in our mass airflow sensor. So the clamp on the air breather tube is a 10 millimeter. You can also use a Phillips. Just snug that down. Then we have a connector for the mass airflow sensor. I'm going to connect that, let it snap. Click. It did snap in, you just didn't hear it. And this actually has a guide. Put it on the other side of that clamp, but see the little ear here? So they want you to put that harness in, which is a good idea. Stop it from rubbing and wear into the wires. So there you have it, we're all set.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.